property, so just getting the idea of what is the distributive property and how it works before we actually do it. You don't actually need colored square. That was just a pretend. So you just need something to write with. So it says the orchestra concert has 3 rows of 6 chairs. Okay, so 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 6 chairs. So I'm just going to use boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 18 chairs. They had 18 chairs. And they're going to add on 4 chairs to each row. So I'm going to use red to show that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that'd be 18 plus 12, and 18 plus 12 is 30. So that'd be 30 chairs. Now, if the people didn't count it right away, they could have just counted all of them in total, and they would have seen that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in each row. So 10 times 3 would have been 30. And this is really just 6 times 3, and then 4 times 3. Okay, so number 2 says you had 4 shelves with 7 books each. Okay, so the 4 shelves. Shelf 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and they have 7 books each. So I'm just going to draw tallies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be 7 times 4, 7 books per 4 shelves. So that would be 28. Okay, now it says you removed 2 books from the shelf. So if I remove 2 books, I would take away 1, 2. So I'm taking away 2 for each 4, for the 4 shelves, not for each 4. 2 on each shelf, there's 4, so that'd be 2 times 4, so that'd be 8. So I'm doing 28 minus 8, and 28 minus 8 would give me 20. So there'd be 20 books left. Okay, another way I could have done it is just taken away the 2, and I see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 per row, so 5 times 4 is 20. So either way we'd get the same, whether or not we count the books first and then take them away, or just take them away and then count them. Okay, so for this one we have 4 times 7. So you need 2 highlighters. 2 highlighters. Okay, so 4 times 7 means I'm going to go 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go 7 down. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now I'm going to break 7 up into a way that makes more sense to me. So I'm going to break 7 up into 3 and 4. Or actually, let's do 2 and 5. 2 and 5 makes more sense to me. 2 and 5. Okay, so when I do that, if I look at this, this would be the same thing as 4 times 2, just we're going to split it up differently. So we're going to do the 4 times 2 first. That's this blue block. Because 4 times 2 is 8, so now there's 8 of those. So that's 4 times 2. And then we're going to take our other highlighter, our green color, and we're going to do 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that breaks it up into a nice 4 by 5 space. and 4 by 5 means I'm going to multiply 4 times 5. So that would be 4 times 5. So now 4 times 2, the area of that blue spot there was 8, because there's 8 squares. And 4 times 5, this area is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 19, 20. So it's really 8 plus 20, which ends up being 28. So it's just another way that we could have done that, multiplying the 4 times 7. We can break it up into 2 parts so that we know more. Okay, so 6 times 3. I'm going to break up that 3 into 2 parts. So what plus what equals 3? Well, I would say 1 plus 2 equals 3. So 1 plus 2. So I could compare that if I have 6 times 3. That'd be 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 3 across. 1, 2, 3, and then up and over. So this is 6 times 3. Alright, so we'd color that in. So that's 6 times, whoops, I don't know why I just went over there. So that'd be 6 times 3. And then over on this side, let's do the other one. So 6 times 1 is in green. So that means I'd have 1 row and it'd go 6 down. So 1, whoops, I needed a highlighter though. So 6 times 1. There you go. So that would be 6 times 1. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I have 6 times 2. So 6 times 2. So really what I'm doing here is I'm just taking this area and I'm splitting it up into 2 parts. Just that way it's easier to do, but also when we move on to the next lesson with variables, we'll be able to do that. So this will be 6 times 2, and 6 times 2 is 12. So then 6 plus 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Okay, next page, we have 2 more problems that we're going to do. So 9 times 4. Personally, I'd break up 4 into 2 and 2. But you could do 3 and 1 or 1 and 3. So I'm going to do this as 9 times 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 2, so 2 over. So that'll be the first 9 times 2. And then we would just do that again. So another 9 times 2, and I'm putting a space in the middle. It's really hard to draw nice straight lines on this thing, so just pretend I'm filling in the blanks. You do yours a little bit better than me. And that will work just fine. So 9 times 2, I have 2 for each part, so I'm going to have 9 times 2 and 9 times 2. So each of these would be 18. So 18 plus 18 would give me 36. So 9 times 4 is equal to 36. Okay, number 6 is our last one before we go on to our work. I have 8 times 7. So I'm going to split up 7. We could do 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. I'm going to do 2 and 5. And you could do either any of those that makes sense to you. But I know my times 2 and my times 5 the best. So 8 times 2 would mean I'm going to go down 8. And up. And then 8 times 5 would be, whoa, I was trying to go a little bit bigger, but that wasn't really going to work. Sorry, laughing at myself. Okay, 8 times 5 would be down 8, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I put those together, it would really just be 8 times 7. Okay, so this would be 8 times 2, and then we'd have 8 times 5 because it's still 8 down and then 5 across. So 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 5 is 40, and 16 plus 40 would give me 56. Alright, so that's a concept, that's the idea. So you're going to be moving on to the next page for the next set of notes. Take a second to breathe, relax, shake it out, and move on.